Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting, debating, and amazing Propagandacast with me, your host and Pearl Dane, the one, the only Master Propaganda Hero, Site Defender of the Fatherland. It's off here to another glorious and wondrous 1v1 here on the road to Tunis. In the west stands Momo4sho. Fighting here for the Wehrmacht, Germany, Deutschland. Here with the 21st Panzer Division in the east stands Stephenn, fighting for America, freedom, democracy. Here at the ready with the 3rd Infantry Division, with a bit of support here from the 82nd Airborne. So off here to an interesting start here. We got Breakthrough here for Momo. Straight off the bat versus Airborne. Pioneers apparently accidentally moved off the point here. I suspect they might have tried to assist here. There's a bit of an odd thing where like units can move like far away that assist other sort of projects like that. Obviously a bit not great. Well, as always, a big hearty thanks to my patrons reporters who help make the Propagandacast possible. A big thanks to all those wonderful lovers of the glorious Propagandacast. Big round of applause. Obviously don't want to clap too high there. So, rifleman out here for Stephenn. Second rifle on the way there. We got grenadiers up the centre here for Momo4sho and the German army. The 21st Panzer Division flying up the MG42. Going straight on the centre as the pioneers set off in each of their directions. Stephenn focusing north here so far. Pathfinder's leading the way. For those wondering what was a Pathfinder, they were basically airborne troops dropped ahead of major drops to basically land ahead, scout out the terrain, and sort of, set up beacons. So, like, when the major paratroop drops came, like, it sort of got a bit better. As a fun sign, the British had their own versions of the Pathfinders as well. As for the actual success rate, I don't know. There was indicators in some cases they weren't quite as effective as they could have been. Either way, machine gun team out here for Momo. We'll of course have to see how many grenadiers he goes for with this, but typically I prefer 3 to 4 grenadiers depending on the map, then 1 to 0 machine guns. You typically at least want to commit somewhat to the grenadiers here, and typically you also really want to go for the infantry officer quarters, Infanterie Officer quarters, to then further leverage the power of the MP40 grenadiers. But again, we'll have to see what Momo does. Rifle advancing the center straight to the MP42 team here. Ready to be hosted here with some well-applied MG42 fire here of North Hip Pioneers as the Pathfinders here. Closing in rapidly. Into the Pathfinders here. And there we go, routed. Second one has got the ready for Momo.
An officer shall preside over our infantry company.
Fresh round squad there for Stephenn with early grenades. Meanwhile, Momo was moving up a machine gun here, perhaps anticipating early grenades, because it's not impossible that one reason Stephenn went for the early grenades is to breach buildings, because it's obviously quite good for that, but also if he flanks the machine gun, boom, get machine gun crews, so possibly at least. So there you go, nice flank up north here from Momo, catching Stephenn machine gun off guard here. Stephenn calls an aggressive maneuver. Keen player here, definitely catching Momo here in a bad spot here in the center. He's going to make runs for the building, and we do get a very early infantry officer quarters here, which is 2 pioneers to go into the MG42 before he goes for it. Not necessarily a bad choice to go for it. So in there goes breaching the building with 2 squads in it. Momo's men desperately trying to haul ass out of there before Stephenn kicks in the door with a good old-fashioned Australian greeting there. And there you go, Momo forced to bound the center here, breach easily paying off there for Stephenn. Thumbs up to that. Momo's forces there routed. And going for flamethrowers here rather than immediate MP40s there. Interesting choice well there by Momo. 3rd Grenadier Squad at least. So he's committing to it. Grenades against the Grenadiers here. Need to retreat them. Oh, I'll pull the bat. And there we go. Half the squad gone in a shower of blood and gore. Carth on the hit with the Ralph squad here. Stephenn upping the pressure and the ante on Momo. Almost wiping out his flamethrower Pioneer Squad as well there. Close call. Very close. 3rd Grenadier Squad almost done. So Stephenn here leading off with a series of successful engagement versus Momo and the 21st Panzer Division. And Pathfinder's about to find a path straight into the MG42. Could try for a smoke grenade, but then again, veterans 1 MG42s can pin very fast. Make no mistake. Honestly, that might need to be slightly toned down. Honestly, Pathfinder's routed. Being able to pin that fast with Veterans 1, which, again, if you're going for the right, strategy, means you can get it very fast going. Obviously, it might be a bit too good, as again, you can see that just immediately shuts down infantry. We've got Grenadiers' Rifle Squad moving forwards here. Low health Grenadiers here. May, of course, want to heal them up in the near future. Rifle being burned up. Rifle Squad flanking up here. Nothing further here for Momo in terms of text. Could even go for a 4th Grenadier squad here. Some players are known to go for 4 Grenadiers and an MD42 here. And in the right hands can be quite successful. Stephenn, though, just maintaining this incredible pressure, momentum, and tempo. We got a Pioneer squad all the way down. He's just sort of forgetting about the entire front line and just capturing points there. Stephenn with an early mortar. Stephenn, by the way, a big fan of mortars and light artillery in general. Thumbs up to that. But yeah. So far, no MP40s, though. Yeah, looks like that is finally happening here for Momo. It's the MP40, the machine and pistol and field tick. Pioneers here catching a low health round squad. There's actually a chance here Momo could maybe drop a man or 2 or even wipe the squad here if Stephenn doesn't pay attention. And Momo in going for another MD42. Interesting choice there. Very heavy tier 1 here from Momo. I mean, right now, if Stephenn were to push for, say, a fast Greyhound, Momo could perhaps be in a bit of a tough spot. But if he doesn't, this could sort of work out as long as Stephenn doesn't do some incredible work with his mortar, which he could. What happens in the south, though? Momo spreading out his men here, securing terrain rapidly as Stephenn lines up for a fresh counter against the Germans. The machine gun in the center here, fairly exposed to a few good mortar hits. Close hit there. Ralph's got bypassed the machine gun's arc of fire. Pioneer's in trouble. Got the M40 guns moving up here. Stephenn will need to trick the Ralph and got a grenade off it. Oh! Good grenade here from Stephenn. Almost got the Pioneers. The Grenadiers could have tough much more heavily from as well. Machine gun right in the center. Grenadiers counter-attacking here. One more can start upgrading more Grenadiers. We do get the Panzer Grenadier Company here. Certainly a very good fit. If you're going to go for Breakthrough at the moment with the Panzer Grenadier Company, you might still see some players going for Luftwaffe, but typically in my experience, if you're going for Breakthrough, you're absolutely going for Panzer Grenadier Company. Then use the Ralph squad here, in part because you're spending all munitions on MP40s. You're probably not going to have them for, say, Panzer section, your Jaegers. They can still go for a flak 30. All the way. Pack 40 there from Momo, obviously concerned heavily about the possibility that Stephenn is going to throw like a fast Greyhound at him, at which point Momo would be in a very precarious position. Actually cancel the second MD42 instead of going for it. Not necessarily a bad idea. See, with that mortar being used as aggressively got rapid protection, so yeah. He will not, I think, be pushing for like any immediate mechanized assault group or incendiary bombing runs. Some players like to do that. I'm one of them, but there are plenty of players who like to then focus more on the east side here. Perhaps the command tank, or more likely the Tiger tank. Pack 40 ready, flares that are being used to support the advance here from Stephenn. Scout ahead, making sure he doesn't run his machine guns and deploy smoke effectively. Thumbs up to Stephenn. He's a very thorough, methodical, tactical player. Definitely one to watch. Many respects, Glenn's pushing up here, backed up at Pack 40 and the machine give out. Smoke stand didn't quite cover enough for Stephenn, and the Grenadiers can then close in on the now pinned down riflemen and force them off pretty easily. Never mind their close to efficiency too. At which point they do get a very expensive bonus, but there you go, nice rifle grenade for Stephenn on the Grenadiers. Takes up most of the squad here, so while he does get the calf point back, it does end up being a pretty bloody expensive affair here for Momo. But he's starting to dispatch forces northwards here, bypassing Stephenn's main forces here by the road. Though he still commits forces here to the calf point on the road for now. He's just pushing up northwards here, most with his Pioneers though. We'll need some Grenadiers up there. Grenade hit if Momo doesn't pay attention, that could be a wipe. Could still be a wipe, honestly. So, not much further out here of the Panzer Grenadier Company out here for Momo. Could go for some Panzer Grenadier, obviously. Could set up a support element into Stug. He could also just try and push for a Panzer Company. And then only went for the Panzer Gun Company for the single Pack 40. Again, some players will do that. So, we'll have to see exactly what Momo's strategy here versus Stephenn is. Pioneer squad wiped out. Ralph squad, they're equipped with the BAR. Pumping quality with the guns in the MD42. Stephenn will need to retreat here. Definitely a chance to get a wipe between now and the machine gun at Veteran 2. And we now get another attempt at an MD42 number 2 here from Momo4sho versus Stephenn. More machine gun give out. We got Basil. Going for the meow push. Back here, reinforcing healing. No further tech here for Stephenn. Also worth noting, while he has gone for airborne, we haven't really seen, like, you know, any paratroopers or much else yet. He just went for it primarily just for, like, some early pathfinders, which is an interesting choice there.
He's fucking dead.
Then he's in heavy fun here. We got the grenade assault here for a moment. Quick to dislodge Stephenn with that. Thumbs up. Mortars, rifle moving forwards. We got the captain calls also the move here for Stephenn. Basil yelling for attention. What if I'm the Grenadier? Under moment the 21st Panzer Division's command. But yeah, it's starting to look like he's just planning to push straight ahead here for the Panzer Company. Maybe some Stasstruppen? Yep. Smoke being deployed again here. Stephenn, big fan of tactical applications of smoke. 2 thumbs up.
MG42 and crew ready.
Shingan holding up here, low on health. May wanna... Well, in the near future, I suppose, go for this, but he's rushing for the Panzer Company. They obviously is not gonna try and delay things there. North here, fresh push here by Stephenn, and we got plenty of BARs on the way for Stephenn. Nope, but he's actually going for the upgrade. That makes it cheaper to upgrade more BARs for Stephenn here, which of course means also there's more munitions for grenades, which I think also become cheaper with that one as well to chuck, so... It's a very good upgrade. You're going for a bunch of rifle here. It also well applies to the paratroopers and their upgrades, so... I mean, you want to go for some paratroopers, be able to get them some cheap upgrades there. From Uncle Sam's Discount Weapons Storehouse. I think we're going mad with these prizes. There you go, Panzer Company here for Momo. Setting up shop here on Momo's fuel point here, but there you go, MD42 ready to dissuade the Americans there, and of course meet the Veterans 1, courtesy of that infantry officer quarters there. Very nice upgrade. Basil attacking my left hand. Ow. Nay. Slip. Slip. You slip. Phew. Of course, the machining vehicle needs charging in and using the sprint ability here. But right to the Grenadiers, a rifleman with double bars. It's a pretty risky proposition, even that you 2 here, but there you go, grenade assault. And that definitely convinces Stephenn to get his rifleman out of there before they get turned into pulp. But overall, Stephenn is maintaining strong map control versus Momo.
Our adversary is pushing back.
Strong map control.
250 points.
Big victory point lead, resource-wise. He's also, I think, in the potential position to pull ahead soon here. And we got the tank depot there for Stephenn. Stephenn is Momo's rushing it for the Panzer Company. Stephenn is not far behind. Basil one smoke goes for the left hand. His eyes filled with a hungry light. The light of 1,000 devoured left hands. Silly cat. Ow. Slip. Anyways, Momo looking to want to secure the center here. Pioneers covering the flank of the center victim to the south. And there we go. We do get some Starstrom from Momo. Thumbs up. Aiming for the more elite infantry to back up his Grenadiers here versus the Amerikaner. The GIs moving up there with the BARs, unleashing a torrent of lead here upon Momo's pickled Pioneers up north here. Grenadiers about to rush with the riflemen. And down to just 4 men already. There's not really much chance to sort of have a chance against riflemen up, up close. But there you go, baiting anything before 2. The engagement is going to be at least somewhat one. Rifle pushed back here, and we got the Starstorm out for Momo4sho there, with the G43s and the MG42. Bombarding the building here. Roof collapsing inwards. And we got an airdropped anti-tank gun for Stephenn. Clearly just in case he gets surprised with a fast Stug or even Panzerfeuer from Momo. Starting to catch the captain in the center. Being barred here by the captain's light machine returning the favour cause. But I think you're better off just getting closer than popping a red phosphorus grenade there. That said, they're going to definitely win that engagement. Captain forced out the premises. South point of grab with the Grenadiers. Healing up there in the process. Going to be caught catching the captain on the retreat. Anti-tank gun could get spotted by the Starstorm, in which case the anti-tank crew could very rapidly expire here in the face of the mighty Starstorm, even as Momo there is inching ever close towards a Panzerkampfwagen 4. So I think Pathfinder's pushing forward. See, Starstorm there go catching the anti-tank crew, and the result is pretty grim, swift, and bloody as the anti-tank crew there just gets utterly exsanguinated there in a matter of moments. Further up north, Glennie's being routed, but the Raft Squad needs support from the M42 team. And now we got Raft there catching the Starstorm, low on health, they need to withdraw. And Momo still got some time going from calling a Panzer IV here. Still some time to go. Machine catch Raft Squad here, suppressing them. And we got those Starstorm on the retreat now up north. The machine keeps the Raft Squad there pinned down, preventing them any further advance here from Stephenn. And the 3rd Infantry Division, we got a second mortar for Stephenn in the face of so many machine guns here from Momo. Stephenn responds with more artillery, the true American way. And of course, Basil lamenting that he's not allowed to consume my left hand, as usual. Grenadier pushing forward here. Looks like he's going to try and hit mortars there with the Grenadiers. Not a bad move up north here. We got Machine vs. Raft Squad pushing him back. Right on the move. And we got Stephenn with the Sherman, the M4A1. Has been caught out in the open. Ludwig drops dead. Met with a hailstorm of BAR fire. He is rapidly put down. And Momo finally can push for the Panzer IV, the Panzerkampfwagen 4. Ausführung G. Got the Starstorm catching the captain here, and the captain is going to be forced to withdraw here. Note the quick merge here to rapidly replace losses on the Starstorm and get it back in the fight fast. And at a low cost. Captain definitely not going to win that engagement. Got Raft Squad supporting with a grenade. That's going to force the Starstorm out of that one. I think once he's got that Panzer IV, he definitely needs to go for the medical station. At least for now, he can just merge more grenadiers to the Starstorm, but I think some healing for the Starstorm would benefit in the longer run. Panzer IV rolling ahead here. Good shot from that Panzer IV from the Sherman's front line. Panzer IV pushing ahead as well. He could get a bit of spicy here for Stephenn's Sherman. As they get met with a rather intense storm of armor-piercing shells here. Seeing a bit of air reconnaissance. Starstorm very low on health here. Definitely think he should pull them back for some healing. He's finally getting the medical station upgrade here. Yeah, these are like expensive trained fools, like 40 manpower for like each Starstorm, so I think he's better off just pulling them back for some healing and then just, you know, not having to spend possibly like, you know, 80 to 120 manpower to replace losses.
A capture point is being overrun.
That's sort of my perspective, because Stephenn's gonna like start to like bombard them here, I think. Smoke apparently. Alright guys, our plan is to kill them in cancer in 20 to 25 years. Deploy the smoke barrage. Alright, I think we need to win the war faster than that. God damn it, Carl. God damn it. Riflemen there being mauled by the Panzer IV. And up north here, push for the extra point here. Momo doing his best to sort of slow down the big 2-point bleed. He's also inching towards the Tiger tank here. Stephenn shown hold back for some much needed repairs. Riflemen moving northwards here. Anti-tank caught here by the Grenadier, but they themselves been caught by the Riflemen. They're already low on health and they're getting suppressed. And Momo here in a bold and most handsome move goes for another squad of Starstorm. 2 thumbs up here from the Propaganda Ministry. And for the Riflemen here. That's a lot of Starstorm and a lot of elite infantry. It also means Momo right now is operating with 5 squads of infantry, which is a fair amount of infantry compared to, I think Stephenn only got 3 squads of riflemen and the captain. And crucially, we haven't really seen like any paratroopers, maybe the Pathfinders as well. Okay, maybe 4 riflemen. Am I wrong? Yeah, 4 rifle squads. So, not that big of a lead. There we go, Grenadiers on the smoke. Cutting through a lot of the riflemen here. Up north, Panzer IV backed up a Starstorm, catching rifle squad in the bad spot. Never mind, then you 42 we got this second Starstorm squad. Now that definitely is the herald of a really bad time here for only GIs, called unassisted against that many Starsturm. And a Panther 4. Shem running north, it's the Anthony Holt north as well here. Even as Momo rushes through Stephenn smoke to turn the tables on him. Up north here, Starsturm has arrived scored here. And like riflemen are just being absolutely dropped like they're extras in a John Wick movie, and they're the bad guys. Grenade off here on the Starsturm. Starsturm need to retreat before they get wiped, which is going to be expensive loss there for Momo at 420 manpower. They're not exactly guys you just want to fritter away. Rascal trying to flank up here. Momo was ready for that one with a machine gun here. Stephenn's flank thwarted in its infancy. Strangled and smothered. Sharon saying we got Glennie's pushing forwards here. Panther fast on the Sherman. Rascal there pinned down to the ground like insects, begging for sweet retreat. North here, Cat being forced back as there's still one Starsturm squad going here. At this point, he could consider officer quarters as well for the Panzer Company here to help the machine gun, but also Starsturm. There you go. Heavy ending damage to the Panther 4. An anti-tank mine went off. Fortunately for Momo, Stephenn lacks any forces nearby to exploit this otherwise fortuitous turn of events for him, and less fortuitous turn of events for Momo. Yeah, we got fire up north here. I think he's providing the general air in part to just prevent anyone from trying to repair the Panzer 4. And we got Stephenn here with the second Sherman out. Meanwhile, Momo launching assault in the center here, trying to tie up, I think, Stephenn's forces here from moving up against the Panzer 4 here. Quick diversion of assault here. Oh, I don't know, maybe he's just feeling really aggressive. But the Panther 4 looks like it's going to escape. Starsturm being pushed forwards. Machine coming up as well here. Preventing, I think, now any ability, a potential move here from Stephenn to get his hands on that Panther 4 and wreck it. Starsturm now almost, in fact, getting wiped out in the process. That would have been a pretty good trade-off, though, if he didn't get the Panther 4 wiping out the Starsturm squad. Would have been pretty solid, too. But no, they get away, too, here. South side seems slightly to realise, oh, hang on. The entire south side has effectively been abandoned by Momo, so I can just gobble it up. Well, there you go, head on assault here. Stephenn wants that Panther 4 toast, but Momo is ready. He's got a well dug in force to assist that Panther 4. And the Sherman is forced off the field here, heavily damaged as shot after shot pierces the armor. Panther 4, though, is still taking damage from the mortars, which get off some light damage against the Panther 4. And it goes down to the mortars. Goes down. Thumbs up to Stephenn here. Nice use of mortar fire there. Now, fun fact, most tanks did not have a lot of armor on the top. There are actually cases, for example, during the fighting in, Arnhem in Operation Market Garden of King Tides getting knocked out because a single mortar shell hit the radiator, or the engine block, basically knocking out that way.
Enemy forces have captured a victory point.
And that said, like a direct, otherwise it's too bad. The King Tide actually survive an awful lot. Like your Panther 4, no, not that much. Anyways, part being caught up with the gunners in the trade here. Starsturm in the center as the Cap got the Sherman nearby. Needs some anti-tank support for the Starsturm. Momo there, clearly aiming hit for the Tiger tank now. Both Starsturm now by the way at Veterancy 1. And we can see that he's definitely disabling auto reinforce, in part because reinforcing the Starsturm is going to be very expensive. In particular, if you're going for a Tiger tank. So I think part of this is to try and, just put more of the manpower cost onto the Grenadiers, because using Grenadiers is half the price there, so I think that's a very sensible move here by it does require more micromanagement in that sense, but if the alternative is like getting out that Tiger tank notably faster than just auto-reinforcing the Starsturm, the logic adds up. Oh, Stephenn needs to abandon the building here, it's about to collapse. The only thing that's holding it together is Aaron Pixels more than anything. And there you go, Stephenn not paying attention. Possibly doesn't even watch, the entire thing crumbles and kills his rifle inside. Southwick going fighting up the Raft squad here. Momo now pulling ahead here of Stephenn in terms of victory points here. Grenade assault off here, almost taking out the Grenadier squad, or Raft squad there. Sherman up there being repaired. Let's see what's going to go for next. Maybe some paratroopers, most likely just more Shermans. Maybe a Hellcat. At this point, I would not be surprised if Stephenn starting to strongly expect a Tiger tank. I mean, he's seen the MP40 Grenadiers. He's only seen one Panther 4, which he did, of course, take out. He's seen nothing else. So, wouldn't exactly be an entirely out idea here to assume that his opponent might be, you know, going for a Tiger tank at this stage.
Territory sector lost.
South here, Pathfinder moving forwards. Starts him on the offensive again here on the center. Tiger tank is seconds away here for Momo. Seconds away. Red Phosphorus here. Nice throw. They'll probably just pull back the Starstorm here. And there you go. Got the Tiger to open up forward to reinforce again here if he wants to. He, of course, may also want not to. We'll have to see. Wild caught here in the M42 in the south team, pushing up, catching some of the Momo's going to do. See, we got the Tiger tank pulling forward to the front line there. Durch die Hauptkampflinie. So the Starstorm are being slowly whittled down here, but they're slowly approaching 82 as well here. But probably should be put back for reinforcements or healing. And needs to get up some Grenadiers to merge with them. Catching the Pathfinders here with his veteran E3, but also near dead veteran C3 Grenadiers.
3 command points at your disposal.
Tigers are mounting up the center here. Starstorm withdrawing from the center. Steam with a Hellcat on the way there. That will prove to be a very excellent choice against the advancing Tiger tank. This has got a lot of Shermans. Germany catching the Starstorm up north, routing them. Good shot from the engineer there for the sidearm, and the Sherman Tiger tank pushes forwards, though needs to stay clear of any potential M6 anti-tank mines. That could cost Momo there 1 Tiger. Got the Sherman. Excellent shot there from Momo's Tiger.
Infantry can initiate breakthrough tactics to recapture ground.
Oh, and it hits the anti-tank mine. Heavy engine damage. It's an inferno in the back. Fortunately for Momo, the Stephenn's forces aren't quite in a position, I think, to exploit it. He's immediately starting to bombard the air again. He's trying to kill any pioneers who rush up to repair it. I think in the south guns around with the Sherman Hellcat, now of course trying to flank around. Of course needs to see clear potential anti-tank guns and whatnot. He might be better after instead of trying to go this way around to sort of sneak around and then go from the north around the Tiger tank here. Hellcat there, Pantherfires the packs as well. They're almost knocked out. Sherman's going to flank over, going for the Pack 40 perhaps. I mean, that would make a lot of sense to the Steam, but no. I think he wants that Tiger tank dead no matter the cost. It could cost Steam here to make a few bad calls. 50 points left, less than that actually here for Stephenn as Momo keeps up the advance here. Racing forward, Tiger tank's engine damage is sorted out here after much intense maintenance under fire. Starstorm about to get wiped out. That's going to be a nice kill here for Stephenn. Even it's not going to quite compensate for his inability to take out the Tiger tank. And the loss of a Sherman. South Grenadier is routed. Grenade into the smoke here, and that's going to be a wipe here unless Momo here is absurdly lucky, which apparently he is. Good God. Still, Stephenn pushes forward. The Tiger tank has been forced to withdraw, and this does allow Stephenn and the 3rd Division to claim the center here from the Germans. North side's being defended there by a low machine gun. Then he's advancing. Anti-tank gets some great shots there for the sidearm of the Tiger tank. Then he's about to get wiped out. Stephenn just trying to occupy as much territory as can versus Momo. We got 200 versus 18. Hellcat fixed up. Sherman about to resume repairs here. Another Sherman here for Stephenn. Got mines here sort of laid down to try and like protect against any rushes or flanks here from Stephenn via the south. Ace machine gun crew there being hammered here by Stephenn's mortar. Or possibly mortars. Ace MP40 grenades going for the captain there. Sending off there into the wide blue yonder, and a Pioneer squad bites the dust trying to repair here Momo's Tiger tank, leaving Momo with no Pioneers at the moment. It does have a Star Sub Squad eventually too. Quick merge there. Nice cheap reinforcement there. Momo mine in the south here on the Grenadiers here. Reinhold and Dieter dead. Pushing in the Tiger Tank here. Momo, though, feeling perhaps a bit desperate here. As Stephenn, meanwhile, exploits the fact he's only got one Tiger Tank and no way to repair it. So he's utilising just his larger numbers and, crucially in that sense, more mobility over Momo right now. Allowing himself to not be intimidated by the original powerful powers of the Tiger Tank. Found out this Stephenn. Starts to make a move here for the southern point, but with only one pack forward to back them up, it could get a bit risky here for Momo. Still needs that manpower for those pioneers. We've got air recons close to the base here. Pack shoots, misses the German. Rush in the center here. Momo charges forwards for Deutschland. Blenker or Brett phosphorus grenade off here. We're getting hit by a grenade. Oh, mostly dodge. It can be reinforced with grenades in the south. Sauce and push back. Air burst shells from Stephenn. Pack sent packing as well. In the center, the riflemen are being absolutely shredded. Will Momo overcome his phobia of shock assaults and activate? Well, he does need it here, but our way, that rifle squad bit the dust in a dramatic manner. Finally getting some pioneers. We get Stephenn pushing forward with the Hellcat and the Germany for the center. 144 is 18. Stephenn is on an absolute comeback here versus Momo. Driven by primal Australian nature. And got the cannon there with the grenadiers.
Our infantry will be reinforced automatically.
Starstorm doing what they can in the center, but against Shermans, that's not too much. Momo feeling the pressure, got the time to engage the Sherman. Need to deal with that Hellcat first, I think, more than anything. Machine gun hammer the other Sherman. Momo needs some more anti-tank assets. Another Panda 4, or maybe just some Stooks, maybe packs. Good shot from the Tiger down the Sherman. Artillery fire the machine gun and the Starstorm. Gun is being hammered with the Ralph Squad there, set up in a nice shell crater there. Pack moving forwards, especially too. Good shot there in the Hellcat, but we got mortar already on the Panzerabwehr Kanone here from Stephenn. Airburst shells being unleashed in a most cruel and yet natural manner. He's about to get wiped there though. Nice kill here for Momo. Does prohibit Stephenn from easily repairing his armor there a bit, and the south gun is being pushed back with the other Sherman. Both Star Squads bowing now at Vetchi 2. Stephenn here, extending with a mortar. That's going to be a wipe here, possibly. And the anti-tank gun, I think, is at a very high risk getting wiped out here. Anti-tank getting a good off shot in the Hellcat here. Stephenn's lack of infantry is starting to become a bit of a problem here. Whereas Momo's larger numbers now, half of them, again, Elite Starstorm, is proving to steadily pay off here, particularly when they're both like, you know, veterans here too. Particularly the more were to like ever use the shock assault ability on them. In this regard, Stephenn's lack of own elite infantry, like some maybe light machine gun paratroopers, is perhaps starting to show a bit more than he'd like to. Almost got the Sherman there with the Tiger tank. And another goes out in flames. Got paratroopers machine gun here. We actually did finally call in some paratroopers, but rather at this point, perhaps a bit too late to the party. Oh, better late than never, I suppose. The Tiger tank's line of fire here, going for northern points. We've got 18 versus 18 here. Sherman with heavy engine damage. Got the stars coming up. Valiantly firing at the Sherman, but obviously doing absolutely sod all against it. Lines going off here. Grenadiers, Starstorm suppressed in a really bad place here. Rifleman charging in each retreat here. Oh, he's going to lose those Grenadiers. Stephenn, Mobo's doing his best to bleed out Stephenn here. We got 11 points left. 9. Grenade over the Starstorm. Mobo's wiping them out here. And we got GG and a Starstorm wipe. 5. 3. And there we go. Just going to sort of stop here in case it does pop out there. There you go, GG, game over. A fierce fight here. Stephenn almost had it, but I think in part his lack of infantry, and again perhaps his lack of more elite infantry to match the elite Starstorm under Momo's command, proved to be perhaps a bit faded. But still, there was some impressive back-and-forth action between Momo and Stephenn. Both, again, excellent players here. Momo's use of the Starstorm, I think, was also very solid. The Tiger was handled very nicely as well there. And I think just fairly nice use of the battle group here. Stephenn, of course, again, I feel like might have benefited from some earlier paratroopers with some light machine guns, like, you know, scale them up fast, at which point Momo might have struggled a bit more in the later game here versus Stephenn. Still, a real intense fight here, so hope you enjoyed it. Hope you learned something from it. If you did, subscribe, like, share, comment. Consider telling your friends, your family, but not your enemies. This is Imperial saying cheers, and see you all tomorrow for another signing and editing episode. Cheers, everyone.